How's it going? Welcome to this week's episode. I'm talking to Robert Hardcastle from Throwbacks in Penrith, and we're talking about throwing axes. I don't even know what that was anyway. Okay, so welcome to this week's episode of the podcast. I've got Rob back on. I wanted to get Rob back on because, in all honesty, I got him on the first episode. He was terrible, and only two people listened.
And that was one of them was me.
So one of them was me. So there we go. We just listen to each other.
Yep.
But I just wanted to get back on just to get the story back out there. Sort of have a better idea of what I'm doing now. So,
Yep.
Rob is the owner of Throwbacks here in Penrith. And so what I want to do is just want to get Rob to sort of share how, I guess it came about from the beginning. So Rob, you want to take it away?
Thanks, El. Nice to see you again, buddy. All right, so a few years ago, we had a Christmas at my mum's place. And all of us were having Christmas lunch there, and we were all exchanging presents and all that kind of stuff. Everything was fun. And then she comes to us and says, oh, guys, we're going axe throwing. And we all looked at each other and went, what? Anyway, and she said, just shut up, just go, you're going to have a good time. Anyway, about a month later, we ended up going to a place in the city and ended up having a really good time. Like, it's a really cool concept, really fun, great to have just with a bunch of people and things like that, and it was really good. So anyway, the next day I rang up and I was inquired to see if they were coming out Western Sydney way. Yeah. And they said, no, that's not the right clientele we want. So literally about 6 months later, we opened up.
Was that like sort of bit of music to your ears when someone says, oh, it's not the clientele for you?
Yeah, kind of. I know what Western Sydney has to offer.
Yeah.
I've grown up here kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, and I know there's there is some poor areas around here, but there's some really rich areas as well, and there's everything in between.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot of income to waste sometimes, out this way. So, family groups and things like that, there's lots of these little communities out here that like our football groups or darts groups or, boys going down to the pub, weekends away, stuff, all that kind of stuff happens out this way.
Yeah.
So I thought, this would be a great little business out this way to bring together those little groups and stuff like that, families and things like that. Yeah. And really kind of like experience just a fun time and something different out this way.
So when you first experienced the Throwbacks in the city, how long did it take after that for you to then think, hey, I'm going to bring it out here? What was the time frame?
So I did it once and I thought, you know what, I made some phone calls and stuff and just with work and things like that, it kind of became just back to the back of my head kind of thing, back to my mind. Anyway, then we went to the gym and we did a gym day somewhere. Yeah. And I said, oh, we should do this axe throwing thing. And we did it. Ended up, the whole crew enjoyed it. And the owners, friends of ours, rang us up and said, that's a cool idea, let's get into it together, So we ended up actually started with 4 business partners when we first started. Yeah. So we literally, from there, we just kind of got the ball rolling. So like I said, from the first time I went to about 6 to 8 months later, we opened up. I went twice in between that. Yeah. Just to see how everything worked kind of thing, get some different ideas and stuff. And we just started going from there.
Did you get any maybe tips or advice from from when you first experienced Throwbacks? Or did you go in there and say, hey, this is what I'm going to do?
Yeah, so not really, because it was kind of like they didn't know what we're doing kind of thing. And things like that. We did win a couple of times, and the second experience that we had at this place in the city called Maniacs wasn't actually the best time. The person running the cage wasn't as friendly and bubbly as the first time we had it kind of thing. Yeah. So, I thought to myself, well, that there shows me that if I was to do this, I need to have like a kind of a McDonald's system where, everything's said the same way or there's certain jokes and things like that. If everyone can have a great experience every time, that's what I want. Yeah. So that then again just let me think, you know what, there is definitely a market and there is also a way of doing it better.
Yeah. So you said it was a partnership in the beginning?
Yep.
And so being partnerships, some partnerships go well, some partnerships not so well. How was your experience with ThrowX and being in partnership?
So right now, there's only one partner, that's me.
Yeah.
All right. The first two partners that left, that were two couples in the group. I think what we've learned is that if you're in a partnership, you need guidance, and you need someone to steer the ship as well, if you get what I mean, kind of thing. Too often if me and you were sitting down to dinner, say, where do you want to go for dinner? Let's get a burger, let's get a steak. All right, let's go steak. Easy, nothing. But when you've got four partners, if someone doesn't make clear-cut decisions for the whole group, then nothing gets done. So, again, go back to dinner analogy. You want steak, I want burger, someone wants McDonald's, and someone wants Italian. Just nothing ever gets done, kind of thing. So that's what I learned with that one there. Just you need kind of a clear vision, and you also need to write it down. Like a business plan is a big thing. A business plan will tell you where you're going, and will also tell you what success is for the business. So I might think $1 million turnover a month is successful, where you might think $2 million is successful. So we are both thinking it's successful, but we're different, $1 million apart, kind of thing. So so you just need to be able to sit down and write that thing out and say, okay, what does this look like? What is the grand picture of this, and then go from there, kind of thing. So it just allows you a bit more clarity.
So it's now you by yourself. And so when you how was it? Easy first setting up? Difficult? Problems along the way?
I think when we first started setting up, this is my first business, so I think I chose, or I was all right with going into partnership with someone because I didn't know how to set up something myself, and I was, it's a big thing. So I think I did that. Once we got into it, I realised that it's not as hard as it's a bunch of decisions. Like like every other thing in life, it's a bunch of decisions. Get up in the morning. What time you have to get up in the morning? What shoes you're putting on? What shirt you're putting on? Things like that. It's the same kind of thing. What's the place going to look like? It's a big decision, but it's just a decision. So it's just a bunch of little steps you're going to make during the course of it, planning and things like that. So, so it was just. That's what I learned to begin with, kind of thing. It's just as scary as it is to begin with. It's a bunch of decisions. Right? So once you kind of go, okay, cool. If I was to ever do something like this again, or ever open up another business, which I hope to build one day, it's not so scary this time. Because it is, again, just a bunch of small decisions to be made to get to a big picture. So,
was there much for you did you have a bit of doubt in yourself that was maybe holding you back a bit, or was this something that you're like, no, I'm going?
Having partners there, I think for me anyway, was a bit of a safety blanket, which is and I'm for them I think it was probably the same thing, shared load and things like that. Didn't necessarily have doubt, but probably doubt in the back of my head. Whether it's going to work out. What if you don't? What if things don't work out? You've only got yourself to blame. Now if in a partnership, then the blame's kind of spread and things like that. And people can pick up where you're no good at, kind of thing. So I know I'm good at X, Y, Z. Being in front of people, I'm really good at. Paperwork, not so good at. So you had people in that group that potentially were better at doing those things and picking up the slack there. So that was that there when we first started. So I was hoping for that. But again, as time goes on and things like that, you realise that again it's a bunch of decisions, and one of the decisions is that the partners couldn't be partnership anymore. And from that decision as well, you just go, well, you know what? I'm just going to have to get better at paperwork. Or the things I'm not good at, find someone who is good at it.
Outsource it,
Outsource it, and get that sorted out as well. So, it might cost you a few dollars and things like that, but, what takes you 10 hours might take someone 1 hour, and they do a better job. So it's, that was that was probably one of the biggest things in the thing.
Yeah, because I think maybe there's a lot of people in there like starting out in business, and they sort of try and take a lot on themselves because it does come down to a money in, money out type thing. And so one way that people save money is they try and do
Everything
a lot more
themselves,
themselves. But you just said what takes you about 10 hours will probably maybe only take someone 1 or 2 hours.
Yeah.
And
Perfect example is we're getting someone to do our social media.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yep.
So we've done our social media before, kind of thing. We've learned a lot of things along the way. So we know we've got a pretty good understanding of what happens and how to promote and things like that. What days and times and ad campaigns will do what and things like that.
Yeah.
Sayings and stuff. So we've got a pretty good understanding, but we've always been learning.
Yeah.
I'm getting a crew now to take over that side of things because I'm just running the business by myself now.
Yeah.
I know that that's not my strong point. My strong point is the business. I really enjoy building the business.
Yeah.
And I really, really enjoy being in front of customers.
Yeah.
I love being in front of customers, running a session, getting to know people, making sure they have a great time.
Yeah.
All right. If I have to then go home and think about
What to post.
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Again, what takes me 10 hours takes his company really professional.
Yeah.
1 hour, and they do a much better job. And it ends up being cheaper, right? Because I might, put my target audience, let's say, to from 18 to 88. And I might spend $100 on that, just getting out to those people. Where they're going to go, we're going to do one ad from 18 to 24, and we're going to do one ad from 25 to 55. We're going to spend $40 on each of them. Okay. They're going to be more concentrated ads, and the message is going to be different to those target audiences. A younger audience might want a different message, faster, packed, whatever it may be. An older audience might looking for that more family-friendly kind of idea. Less money spent, but the income or the bookings that come from that are going to be tenfold. So it's going to be cheaper in the long run. So just learning little things like that and getting someone to do it professionally. And it also means that if they stuff up, or if I get no bookings that week,
then
I can ring them up and say, guys,
the
blame's on me. You guys can pick your game up. What needs to be done. What are we doing? What can I do? What can they do? All that kind of stuff. So it now allows a business opportunity, I guess, to be able to get better.
And do you feel the more you've gone on this business journey, the better you've got at maybe making tough decisions, whereas maybe in the beginning it's because you're a very a kind type person. I guess for you would be pretty hard to maybe make a tough decision because you're probably thinking about the other person as well. But
look, sometimes you have to make a decision, kind of thing. That's sometimes probably a little bit harder than any other decision. Luckily, it's not too bad. I mean, I'm in a business where we're entertainment. So clientele, we give a pretty detailed outline of what's going to happen. All right, the process from booking to what is going to happen inside this factory here as well. So we don't really ever let anybody down. I don't hope anyway. And then from people working for us or with us, there's an expectation there, and I am finding people who show good qualities for these certain things I need. So people running cages, they got to have a bit of personality, got to be able to get along with people, kind of thing. I don't need them to be the loudest people in the world. I don't need to be super excited and things like that, but I got to need to know that they're gonna be able to have a joke with someone. They're not gonna, curse at someone or swear at someone or do something that's gonna offend anyone. And if they do, make a joke or swear or whatever it may be, they're picking their audience. They know that they can do that with those guys and they can get away with it and stuff. And if anything, it's gonna heighten that experience. I'm not just talking about swearing, but I'm just talking about all that kind of things. So again, it's just just finding those people. I think we're doing a good job of that. That it's probably 1 or 2 people that I've talked to who've been interested in doing work here, and I thought, that's not gonna work. But I'm lucky. I'm lucky. But as a business owner, you have to do tough decisions, not only for someone, but for yourself as well.
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, yeah. So right now we're in the new facility you've got here on York Road.
Yep.
You were on Able Street.
Yep.
So how long were you on Able Street for?
We were there for about 18 months, 19 months.
Yeah, yeah.
And we weren't planning to move. But Able Street in this vicinity is just around the corner. It's one of the side streets, and it's a quieter street. And then only factory work happens down there, so a lot of kitchen places and stuff like that kind of thing. So really, not a lot of traffic goes down there unless it's to a warehouse for picking up stock or something like that for the actual company.
Yeah, yeah.
We were down there, so we never got really any passing traffic or anything like that. If traffic did drive past us, we were two warehouses in, two factory units in. So they really couldn't see our signs and stuff like that. So rarely did we get someone kind of just popping their head in going, oh, what's this about?
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, weren't planning. We were getting busier. Things were going well. Our future plan was next year, so this year.
Yeah.
Probably towards the middle of the year, maybe start looking at a new location.
Yeah.
Because our lease was
coming up,
running out, kind of thing, at the end of last year. And November of last year, I drove past this particular place right now, and it was being emptied out, and I thought, just have a quick look at this place. It's main road kind of thing, York Road in Penrith here. It's just across the road from a really busy park, Jamison Park. Netball happens on the weekends, soccer, football. There's a park, like literally kids park right across the road. There's a skate park, 10 metres down from it as well, kind of thing. Lots of festivals and like little, gala days and stuff like that happen there as well. So there's always visibility across the road businesses, So this popped up, went in, had a look. I'm an R and I said, you know what, something like this is not going to come up every day.
Yeah, yeah.
Might as well do it. So we ended up...
So was it more seeing an opportunity with a different premise as opposed to, look, we're starting to gain X amount of business, I think it's time to move?
A bit of both.
Yeah.
All right. So being main road for us, like on a weekend, we have the park across the road. Well, right now it's not netball season.
Yeah.
So on a weekend it's pretty quiet across the road. But literally right across the road from us is the kids' park. The amount of parents that are sitting down on a weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and hear the music coming out the doors and people yelling and saying bullseye and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They look back and they get their kid, they walk across the road, they talk to us for 5 minutes, check out everyone having fun, they grab some flyers, and I reckon once or twice a month we get those people that came in booking. So I see him, within a few weeks kind of thing of them walking in, I see him walk back in with a bunch of people. And go, oh, hey, you're from, bro, how are you? That kind of thing. Yeah. So that's happening. Our signage isn't finished yet, but when our flags are at the front, the amount of people that we've had book in just because they've seen the word Throwax. We had the first weekend we were here. Yeah. We had a 18th birthday party. Yeah. And the mum came up to us and said, I didn't even know you were here.
Yeah.
I said, yeah. And she goes, my son drove past and went, that's where I want my birthday.
Wow, yeah.
And that was a week before. So it's a great marketing opportunity and a marketing opportunity that we didn't have at the other location, or we had very minimal of. Now we've got, hundreds, thousands of people per day driving past our premise. So if the signage is right and the message is right at the front, and they're doing it every day, because York Road is a great thoroughfare between South Penrith and Penrith itself, or actually throughout all regions. It's much easier sometimes to drive York Road than it is Mulgore Road. So if we got all that kind of right and the right message out there, people are going to drive by every day and go, oh man, I thought about going there. Oh, I thought about going there. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do something about that. And that's it kind of thing. So, it's just a great opportunity for us. And the idea that we were getting busier at the other place. So even though we're hidden and around the corner and kind of thing, and parking was an issue and all kind of stuff, we were getting busier. So this popped up and we thought, you know what? I can see that one of the things that was happening in our booking system was that we're getting a lot more word of mouth.
Yep.
So on our booking system, it says, how did you find out about us? Paper, whatever that. And one of it's word of mouth. So we're getting a lot more people referring us. So, add that to main road frontage kind of thing. Just a great marketing opportunity and just, it all happened together. kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I've been lucky enough to run a few games here.
Yep, you have, yeah.
And I've actually noticed people just walk in
Yep.
and go to the front and say, "Oh, hey," like, and
Yep.
inquire about. And you definitely would not have got that
No.
at Able Street. No one would have really just come in and asked you about the premise. So, would you say the move, from a business perspective, have you seen sort of the upside of it?
Yeah, a little bit. And again, like our signage isn't up yet. It was, like, we've just got a few things to finish off and things like that in the next week or two to get this place up and running, fully set up.
Yeah.
But even without those little things, we have found, like I said, I can see someone walk in, I can quickly have a chat to them, and they book in a week, 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
And, a week after that, they pop in and go, "Oh yeah, we came inside. Oh yeah, hey bro, how are you?" kind of thing. We had a birthday party yesterday, and in the afternoon, and he walked in one day when it was like bucketing down with rain.
Yeah.
A few months back, he walked in, and I said, "Oh, sorry, mate, we're just packing up," kind of thing. He goes, "Oh, cool. What's it all about?" Quickly had a chat to me. He goes, "Oh man, I want to come here for my birthday."
Yeah.
Literally a week later, he booked in, and yesterday he popped in and with his friends and had a great time.
Yeah.
So those things are working definitely.
Yeah, and so this is a bigger facility that you've
Slightly
got
bigger,
going
yeah.
here?
We wanted more cages, but unfortunately we council said we couldn't, which is fair enough. It's allowed us to jump over that hurdle and try different things. So if we get more than our facility can hold right now with a particular type of game, we'll change the game up.
Yeah.
All right, change the way things are scored and things like that to be able to have more people in here.
Yeah.
And make sure everyone has the exact same time as well.
Yeah,
And also
yeah.
just a different time as well. So sometimes, we've had lots of people come back, return customers multiple times now in the space of a couple of months.
Yeah.
Having that extra opportunity there to try a different game
Yeah.
instead of the 5-3-1 kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
For them to come in through and score it differently and play it differently and work on points instead of rounds and all kind of stuff. So just again another opportunity there that we're just going to go, "All right, cool, let's work it out." It is slightly bigger. It allows us to do a couple of extra things that we didn't have before, different areas and stuff like that. There's a cage down the back here, the fourth cage, which we're going to have just a normal cage, but because we've got the extra space now, we're building it into like a VIP or party kind of one. So, any midweek bookings and stuff like that can go down there. There's a TV down there. There's extra seating down there and stuff like that.
Just a little bit more of an extra experience.
Yeah,
on top
exactly
of
right.
things,
Potentially we can hire that cage out for extra money, price-wise kind of thing, and it offers extra services. So it is a bit more private. It is XYZ. You get drinks or something like that. There's a private fridge or whatever they want down there. So little things like that as well.
Yeah.
So just these couple of opportunities that have popped up as well.
And no doubt you get this question a lot. We talked about it the first time we spoke, but you probably get a lot of people saying, "Oh, when are you going to have alcohol here?"
Yep.
Having worked here a few times, I can definitely say you don't need you
No.
don't need to have alcohol.
No,
for
look,
this.
we sell non-alcoholic beers and ciders down here.
They can't see it, but we're holding up our.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought it was another thing. Okay, fair enough.
It's on there, but
Yeah.
they can't see it through
You can hear it in here, guys. All right, sorry. We sell non-alcoholic beers and ciders. Look, I get it why people would want it here. All right, it is a fun little environment, and what I found is as soon as they get a drink in their hand, I'm just talking water or Coke or whatever that, there's something that happens to people and they relax a little bit. Okay, when as soon as it happens, but I just don't think alcohol and axes work that well together.
No.
Me and you could sit down here and throw and have a beer or two. It wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
But if you just get someone in who just has one too many kind of thing and ruins it for everyone, or even if someone cuts their finger, if there's alcohol involved, it just becomes more of a headache.
Because you do get some people come in when you're running games. You do get the odd silly person who thinks that they're Thor or Ragnar. And,
exactly right. So it is and again, with alcohol in that environment, it becomes harder to get that person to just relax and realise that there are people around them that potentially could get injured or hurt, or they could hurt themselves, kind of thing. Where if they come in and they're just throwing like a bit of an idiot, we've got ways to kind of go, but step a little bit further back or step forward, so to kind of eliminate that. Don't throw as hard, buddy, okay? Because you're gonna, whatever. And most people, I say, 99% of people are conscious about safety when they come here as well. No one's ever thrown an axe before, virtually, so they are conscious about these things flying through the air. So if someone is being stupid, everyone's like, "Hey, mate, just relax," kind of thing. Again, if there's a couple of drinks involved with it, potentially it's a little bit harder to get these people to kind of focus and doing what they need to do, kind of thing. You know? So, but look, I get it, and maybe one day we might look at it, but right now, like you said,
it's
as soon as people get into the game,
it's
the competitive side comes out.
You don't even really need the alcohol because as you said, the competitiveness. You're trying to win. You're looking at other people throwing. You're better than them, and all that kind of stuff. Sort of. So, alcohol is just definitely not needed.
No. And the other thing is, like, and you've seen it yourself, the competitive nature comes out really fast in people, and that's the biggest thing. And so what happens there is that you actually don't want to drink because you potentially could lose that edge. All right. So if you're just happy and a bit more free kind of thing, and you're not throwing dead straight, then you're not going to get the bullseyes and the wins and all kind of stuff. If you're a bit more focused, then you're going to play better and stuff like that. And the cool thing about this kind of particular event is that, tonight we just had a booking. The youngest person there was 20. The oldest person here was 88. And she's turning 89.
She's turning 89,
turning 89. So 88 years of age, kind of thing. So, and she ended up getting it a few times, in the space of 5 minutes of learning how to throw an axe. She ended up being able to compete with, a 20-year-old kind of thing. So that's the cool thing about it, I've seen lots of, dads walking with their kids who are 18, 19, whatever that, and they are, doesn't matter how strong you are, they can compete with these young whippersnappers, or the kids can compete with their, big macho dads, whatever it may be, kind of thing, their mums and things like that. The cool thing is when you see mums beat their kids, that's pretty cool. Kind of thing, But again, the competitive nature comes out really fast. So having alcohol potentially, you might lose that.
So Rob, people come here. How long do games go for? What can they expect when they come to Throw Axe?
So you can expect an excellent time. You like the one? All right.
I've never heard you use that
really
one. So
okay, cool, fair enough. Look, they come down. We teach them how to throw an axe. And then we get into a little game. The whole thing takes about 2 hours. Okay, so we allow for 2 hours time slots. And it's just like a round robin tournament kind of thing, double elimination, and we've got other games as well we can play and stuff like that. And everyone, they just go through the list and people get eliminated, and the finals people come up kind of thing, and they get a little prize at the end, and we crank the music up, have a good time, and
if you're lucky enough, get to verse you and
sometimes if they're lucky enough, and sometimes
and you just bully everybody every time.
Not all the time. Sometimes people kick my ass, so it's good. But and again, like I have a facility here that I can train as much as I want technically. All right. And I'm not too bad at it. But like literally, people can walk in, spend 10 minutes throwing an axe. And be really good. And I'll play them, and they'll wipe me. They'll kick my ass, kind of thing. But that's the cool thing. Like I've been doing this for 2 years now. But it doesn't matter. Still someone can walk in and be like, just have a really good day and really bullseye. And bang, bang, bang. And that's it.
Have you got any axe throwing tips for anybody?
Axe throwing tips. My main tip is hold the axe down low. And let the weight of the axe do all the work. I can't stress it enough to people. Let the weight of the axe do all the work. The people try to hold it mid handle and really punch it in. No, it's like a it's head heavy kind of thing. So you let that pendulum swing happen. All the weight happens, and literally you just need to lob it through the air, and it's going to land on that target, and that's it kind of thing. So, and again, when I say let the weight do all the work, you feel where it's going to let go. If you get a bullseye, you can feel that pretty easily, all right? The more power and effort you put into it, you might go high or low or something like that. So let the weight do all the work.
And also too, I find a lot of, mainly the guys come in here they think they're all macho in that, and they try and do these one-handed throws. They think they're like hectic, but then and they often get always beaten by the person that just sort of rocks up and just takes their time and just goes for it. That's always funny to watch, especially in the practice rounds. You see the person who thinks they're the best, and then all of a sudden they're not even in the final.
We have a lot of winners who are women, which is perfectly fine, which is cool, because women listen more. Right? And they don't want to throw that thing through the wall. Right? Where guys just throw it hard as they can, and they just go up and down, low, it bounces around, whatever. When women come in, I teach them how to throw, we teach them how to throw, and they listen to us. And they're consistent. They're consistent, get a three or a bullseye, and it's just nice and easy. There's not heaps of power, testosterone behind it. Bang, and they end up winning all these games. And like, oh, I thought I was going to be worse at this. And the big guy's like, this is bullshit, It's like,
And but the funny thing is, I don't ever see any of the guys just try and copy off what they're doing. And it's like, they just keep doing their thing. It's like, us men, we just don't, we're stupid. Look, just finishing up, one thing I do want to ask you is I do feel as though for young people, there's a lot of pressure to try and have everything sorted by the time you leave school or just after you leave school. You know what I mean? Prior to having Throwax, how many things did you do personally? Like
heaps. I've been in the building industry. I built carports and awnings and decks, and did houses, did roof restoration. I've sold for many things. I've sold houses, I've sold kitchens, I've sold barbecues, I've sold roof restorations. I've been kitchen making, cabinet making. I've been handyman work. I've done all kinds of stuff. The cool thing about it, and financially, I'd probably be in a better position in my life if I just stuck to a job, one job, 9 to 5 kind of thing, and it'd be all good. But that's not me. I get bored quite easily and things like that. But the positive side of things is everything has come together in this particular business, from building this place. Like obviously I've got the skills for that now. Design work and things like that. I'm a bit artistic, so there was a few things that we did here that are a bit more artistic and stuff like that. Which I did that as well, kind of thing. And then being able to sell to people and being in front of people as a salesperson, kind of thing. This role here is not necessarily selling in here, but you are selling a good time to these people. You are, doing things and helping them out and stuff like that. When you get on the phone, you're selling to people, and when you're drumming up business for yourself. Selling the fact that this is a good idea for corporate groups and team building and whatever it may be. So all this came together for this particular business, and that's the cool thing about it, And
so you'd say you're at this point now, thanks to all this other, basically, thanks to all that other stuff that you've done in the past.
It's been cool. It's allowed me to try so many things. So something like this, like standing in front of people, like we had a session yesterday where there was we had 36 people in here at one time, you know, so it's a small crowd. Your average person would shit themselves in being public speaking, right? But I'm confident in front of people now, kind of thing, and I've done plenty of sales roles and roles in front of people, small crowds, big crowds, whatever it may be, where something like standing in front of 30, 40, 50 people, it's really not a thing. There's a script to it, so it makes it easier as well. So we tell them the do's and don'ts of axe throwing. There's a script to it, so it's not like I'm winging it and making up something on the go. I've got something prepared already, makes it easier for me, it gets my message across easy. So all these things have kind of come together, and I'm just gone, perfect. It just makes it much easier, and just allows me to be more confident in the opportunity coming my way, kind of thing.
So we'll finish off with this. You're not a typical businessman,
Nope.
I'd say.
Nope.
So there's probably people listening or watching who aren't a typical business man or woman either. Is there any advice that you'd give for that particular person?
Look, I probably am more creative and entrepreneurial in certain ways. Like I see a big picture thing.
Yeah.
All the little stuff I'm not so great at, and I know. So I've learned to. We talked about it before. I've learned to get other people involved or figure out systems that get me away from having to touch it so much, kind of thing, or get me to a point where it's easy to do. But yes, I'm a kind of big picture person. I'm a people person, all that kind of stuff. Get me number crunching and things like that. I'm not great at kind of stuff. I like the big picture. Get people behind you to take care of the other stuff.
Yeah.
All right. But as you were saying before, sorry, you'll go back to your question. I would just do it. All right. That's. I know it's cliche and all kind of stuff.
Yep.
But just go do it, okay?
Yeah.
Because you won't know everything.
Yeah.
All right. And I promise you, okay, even if you sit down and you write everything out.
Yeah.
And you talk to every small business owner or big business owner. Okay, I was talking to some guys the other day about this as well, and you could say, all right, you know what, my budget is, $10,000. It's going to get me X, Y, Z. All right, cool. That's going to blow out to $15,000. That's going to blow out to $20,000. Okay, there's going to be things that pop up, insurances or some kind of thing you have to pay for that you've never thought about. All right, and you're like, oh shit, okay, well that blows that budget out. It's not an unviable business anymore, but it's going to happen. Or someone comes along and says, oh, your bathroom needs fixing. Oh, okay, well, you allowed $500, now it's $5,000.
Yeah.
Just, you can never plan everything, okay? But what's going to happen is you're going to get to it, work it out. Hopefully you've got skills to work it out, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And if not, find it. Or find the person to do it. And that's it. So just go and start it. Instead of trying to make everything, all your duck eggs and all kind of stuff, just go. All right? Because you're either going to realise very early on before you spend any money at all that it's not viable, or there's going to be certain things you're going to come up against that you won't be able to do it. Or you're going to come up against something and you go, okay, cool, there's a problem, I've just got to solve it. And you move on to the thing. So just start it.
Because you're not going to know otherwise, really.
No. Like, we've been going for 2 years now here.
Yeah.
And we still get questions and emails and stuff like that, and people asking us something, and I'm thinking, wow, I've never thought, I've never come across that question, Or when we're doing a brief or something like that, people will ask us something and they'll just throw me, because I've done thousands of briefs now, at the start of every session, and someone asks me something or tells me something or does something, and I think, wow, I've never seen that before, It's going to come up.
That's it.
So it's exciting and fun. That's part of the journey. So
well, thanks for allowing me access to this place.
No, very excellent, buddy. Very excellent.
I've had an excellent time.
No, very nice, very nice. I couldn't understand you, sorry, because you have a bit of a accent.
That's the first time I've heard you use that one too.
No, I've got a few of them. I've got a few of them. Yeah.
Anyway, Rob, thanks so much for coming back on, and
Anytime, bud.
Look forward to coming back and helping you out.
Perfect, bud.
Thanks, bro.
Talk soon.
Thanks once again, Rob, for coming back onto the podcast. If you enjoyed that episode, if you could just hit the subscribe button, would help me out a lot. And I guess if you wanted to punish your ears and listen to our original episode, the link for that episode is just down here. Now, don't worry, it is just audio only, so at least with that, although it may sound painful, you won't have to see our ugly faces. So anyway, until the next episode, catch ya.